Good evening, everyone. My name's Jack Whitehall, and it's my huge pleasure to be a guest once again on this show. I'm hosting? Oh, bollocks. Well, we can do this, can't we? Welcome to the Graham Norton Show! How weird is this? I am so honoured to be here. Yes, Graham has asked me to stand in for him while he's away hosting the Eurovision Song Contest. Actually, it's part of an exchange. I'm doing this, and in return, he is taking my dad round Mykonos for 4 months. Look at all of this, though. We've got the sofa, the red chair is back there. It's kind of like I'm in Graham's house for a week whilst he's away. Like an Airbnb. Although, I hope it's not like the last time I used Airbnb. I lost my damage deposit because I had sex on the sofa. I'm sure nothing like that will happen tonight, although David Walliams is on the show. Yes, we have some great guests on the show tonight. Not just the hilarious David Walliams. Yeah. We also have Welsh heartthrob Luke Evans. I've been practising my Welsh so I can impress Luke. I even went to the trouble of learning the name of that Welsh railway station to impress him. Ready? Want to hear it? OK. Cardiff Central. Nailed it. Oh, yeah. Also here tonight, football legend Peter Crouch. Peter has played for so many great clubs. Here he is in action for Stoke City, Spurs. He even played for England. And also joining us tonight, the star of the biggest TV show in the world from Game of Thrones, Gwendoline Christie. Yes. Oh, I love Game of Thrones. I do have one gripe, though, about Game of Thrones. Literally every working British actor has been on that show now, except me. I mean, even a Starbucks cup got into it ahead of me. Did you see this story? Eagle-eyed viewers spotted a takeaway coffee cup next to Emilia Clarke. Fans were very upset. They said that it broke the reality for them. The reality? She has a pet dragon. Not the only glamorous leader who likes a sneaky coffee, though. Yep. There she is, Theresa, about to practice her famous negotiating skills. Apparently she paid them £39 billion and came away with an empty coffee cup and a wooden stirrer. Now, I would love to do some more political jokes, but because of the European elections next week, the BBC have told me that I have to be completely impartial. So, you're all shit. Will that do? I think it will. Let's get some guests on. Later on, we're going to have music from Brit breakthrough star Sam Fender. But first, he's gone from Little Britain to big-time author. It's David Walliams.
Thank you, everybody.
He's finally off the bench. Please welcome Peter Crouch. He went from the Welsh valleys to the Hollywood Hills. It's Luke Evans. And oh, what a night. It's Gwendoline Christie. Darlings, darlings, welcome! Welcome to the Graham Norton bus replacement service. All aboard. This is such a great sofa. I'm so pleased to have you all on as my guests this evening. And, oh, my God, Gwendoline Christie. This is so exciting. Start of the biggest show on earth. And And big congratulations, you've made it through to the end without being murdered.
Can you address me as Sir?
Sir?
Please.
Yes.
It's Sir Gwendoline Christie now.
Sir Gwendoline Christie.
Have you followed the whole series?
Yes?
Have you watched it all from the beginning?
I'm waiting for George R.R. Martin to finish writing the book so I can read them first.
So you've never seen it?
No, I have seen episodes.
What episodes have you seen?
How many?
Have you seen my episodes?
Yes, I've seen your episodes. I've seen you fighting the Hound.
What
That
else
was
have you
amazing.
seen?
I've seen you fighting a bear.
What else have you seen?
I've seen you in some suits of armour.
And what else have you seen?
I've seen you with Jamie Lannister going...
So you've seen it all!
I've seen it all! From Brienne of Tarth to Luke of Wales. The film that people must recognise you from all the time now is Beauty and the Beast. And Gaston.
Even without the wig and the costume.
Oh, it's so good. I love that film, and your Gaston is amazing.
Cheers.
Do you get crazed fans coming up to you?
All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's mainly, well, I mean, you'd think it'd just be kids, but it's really not. Surprisingly, across the board, people come up to me. I mean, I went to Great Ormond Street Hospital this morning, and I'm in the room chatting to this little kid. He was only about 6. And all I can hear outside is the nurses screaming, "Is Gaston in there? Is he in there? Can we show the picture now so we can get back to the ward?" We'll just wait here, we'll just stand really quiet. And I'm like, guys, I'm here to chat to the kids. But they were like, you know, it's nice, because before that I just played bad guys and in more adult movies, so it sort of opened up this huge...
Adult movies?
They give you the names of them.
I thought I'd seen you somewhere!
You are
So happy to have BAFTA award-winning David Walliams.
Thank you.
For Britain's Got Talent.
Thank you. Well, yeah, Britain's Got Talent won a BAFTA on Sunday night for Best Entertainment Programme.
Did you have a fun night at the BAFTAs? You had a hot date?
I took my mother.
Yes.
My mother, Kathleen, came with me to the BAFTAs. And it was great, actually, because she got to meet lots of her favourite TV stars during the evening. And she also met Danny Dyer, who gave her, and I'm not joking, gave her a kiss on the lips. Because she was talking about how she's a fan of EastEnders. He said, "Oh, come here, darling, kiss on the lips." Anyway, she's had some tests done and she's fine.
Talking of mums, Peter Crouch, you've had a night out with my mum.
I have.
I wasn't sure whether you'd remember this.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
It was at the Isle of Wight Festival.
The Isle of Wight Festival, yeah, she was going for it. She's a lovely lady.
She is a lovely lady. It was so weird. She went to a festival for the first time ever. The first picture she sent me was this, which is like... yeah, 6 roses. She went on her own. And then I got a load of garbled, like, slightly drunk messages saying, "Oh, I'm with Peter Crouch." I was like, what? And then she sent this, and that's you and her. And the festival. I was like, well, I hope she's not, like, bothering you. And then, like, 12 hours later, I got another one.
It was like a change of clothes.
Yeah. That was day 2.
Yeah,
You know,
What happened that night?
I can't tell you. It was a great night.
I instantly regret bringing this up.
She was on her own.
What?
She was on her own.
Have you got a sister? She not with your sister?
Well, I might do now. Very cool sister, yeah. OK, we can move on now from that, please. Who wants to talk about Shakespeare? Yes! I do. It's Gwendoline Christie is about to open in one of my favourite Shakespeare plays, A Midsummer Night's Dream.
Yes.
Yes! So exciting. It's at the Bridge Theatre from the 3rd of June to the 31st of August. What can you tell me about this production of A Midsummer Night's Dream?
Well, interestingly, the projects that I tend to be involved with come with a heavy cloak of secrecy.
Yes.
So you would assume, this being Shakespeare, that I would be able to tell you everything about the production. But do not be disappointed. Yet again, I cannot tell you anything about the production.
No.
And I can't because there are some surprises involved. I can tell you I'm giving my to Tanya.
OK. Right.
And I can tell you I'm doing some other things.
OK.
And I can tell you that it is immersive.
Immersive?
You will be immersed, Jack, when you come to see it, and all of you come to see it, and all of you come to see it. You will all be immersed.
Is it audience participation?
If you're lucky.
Dame Walliams, you've been in A Midsummer Night's Dream.
I was in it, yes, with Sheridan Smith a few years ago in the West End. It's a really fun play to be part of. There I am. I was... so I played Bottom, and Bottom gets transformed into an ass during the play, which is why I look like that. It's a great play to be part of, and also it's a good... I think it's a great one. It's a lot of people's first Shakespeare, isn't it? Because you can take kids along to see Midsummer Night's Dream. And
it's very much about joy, too. There's lots of surprises in our production, but moreoverly, you know, in a world full of darkness, it's a bit of much-needed joy.
It's twinkling. Yeah, it's... no one dies in it. Do they?
Well, we don't know. In this one, maybe. At the end, they all get murdered by White Walkers. And tell me, when you're doing a play like that, obviously there's a live audience and that brings its challenges. Have you had experiences?
I have had some experiences, Jack, yeah. I was doing a production in the West End some years ago, and it was very... unusual sort of production, in that the audience, it was a very different kind of audience. People would come in with takeaway food and eat takeaway food there. Hen parties would come with blow-up dolls, buying seats for blow-up dolls. and also lots of people seemed to be sort of fainting and carried out on gurneys. But the most spectacular of all of these things...
Where was the show?
The most spectacular of all of these things is that one night, two people in the balcony vomited onto the people in the circle. And then 4 to 6 people vomited onto people in the stalls, like some sort of horrendous vomit fountain. And then people were vomiting in the stalls. It was an amazing night out at the theatre, and get your tickets now for the Bridge Theatre Midsummer Night's Dream.
Yes. What was that?
What was the show?
I'm not telling you, David.
Are you sure you want to do an immersive play?
I can't wait.
You're in and amongst them. They could vomit on you at any moment.
I'm really up for new experiences.
Yeah. Not the only person to have trodden the boards. Obviously, we have one of the great actors of his generation, Mr. Peter Crouch. You famously gave us your Robin Hood.
Oh yeah. I was 9 years old, to be honest. I was 10 years old, and I played the lead part in Robin Hood.
You played Robin Hood? Who played Little John?
Well, being a footballer, we don't immerse ourselves in theatre too often. So I missed out. I missed the boat there. But I did play Robin Hood once, and that was it.
Did you enjoy it? Did you think this is... Or I don't want this, I want the glamour of football and Stoke and Burnley.
I loved it. In all honesty, I just didn't mind dicking about, really. And they thought I would be good for the lead role. So, yeah, I took it on and I made it my own, I thought.
Have you ever been asked to be in a pantomime?
No, I haven't, no. I've been quite busy with football over the years. But,
You dabble in football, don't you? Yeah, you dabble, yeah.
And Luke, before your rise to superstardom, you did have some quite random jobs, not adult filmmaking. But you were a bouncer, you were a secret shopper in Harrods, a door-to-door draft excluder salesman.
Bloody hell, yeah, you've done your research. I was very good at that job.
A hairdresser.
OK. Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know. I can cut hair. I don't know why I can do it, but I can. I guess I've watched people get their hair cut so many times, you know, while I'm having my own, and I just thought, oh, that's easy enough, you know.
Don't you have to train or something? I've seen other people do it. I'll do it.
I can
Like dentistry.
See people fly up a plane.
I would go near someone's mouth, but I can cut hair. I can men's hair, not women's hair, but I could style women's hair, I think. But I remember once a friend of mine used to run a small boutique hotel in London, and one day he called me up. I wasn't working. I was unemployed many years ago, maybe 16 years ago. And he said, do you know a hairstylist that can come to the hotel this evening because we have a guest that wants to go out? She's arriving. She has a ball gown. She's going out with her husband. She needs someone to style her hair. And I was like, I can do that. And he was like, what? I went, no. I said, I can cut hair. I've been able to cut hair I don't even need to cut it. I just need to style it. It's fine. I can do it. And I can really do with the money. And he was like, look, if you mess this up, you know, I'm going to be in trouble. I said, trust me, I can do it. So I got on the bus, Charing Cross Road, up Oxford Street, stopped halfway up to go to Boots, picked up a small hairspray, some pins, and, like, got a magazine, looked at the pictures, I can do this, I can totally do this. Turned up, sat in her suite, and she came in, and she was a very lovely woman. She had no clue. I hope to God she doesn't remember this. But she's watching, but... And I did her hair. She got a bottle of champagne and she treated me like some sort of celebrity hairdresser for like 2 hours while I was like... and I got 90 quid. I pocketed 90 quid. She doesn't know anything. Amazing.
Well, hairdressing's loss was film's gain. And you are now starring in Murder Mystery, which is out on Netflix from the 14th of June. A good old-fashioned whodunit.
That's right, yeah. It's a bit like an Agatha Christie's story based on a yacht in Italy. There's a murder. I play a very rich Viscount who invite these two unsuspecting New Yorkers, Brooklyners, actually, I think they are, and they come onto this boat, and there's a murder, and everyone is suspecting everyone, and as you can imagine, Gaston is up there with the...
Well, should we take a look? We've got a clip. This is your character, Charles Cavendish, meeting Jennifer Aniston for the first time.
Sorry, ma'am.
Oh, yes.
The bar is for first-class passengers only.
Of course it is. I'm so sorry. Yes, I will head back to the lower-class cabin and sit where I should and shovel some coal.
She's my guest.
Unfortunately, sir, she'd need her own first-class ticket.
Charles Cavendish.
I'm so sorry, sir.
Wow. Charles Cavendish? Is that your real name?
I'm afraid so.
I mean, that sounds like it just fell right out of a mystery novel.
And which character would I be?
Name like that, you'd have to be the bad guy.
Well, here's to the bad guys.
Yeah. And then he gives her a haircut, and we've got... that looks great.
It's really fun. It's been really fun. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what people...
And this wasn't your first time meeting Jennifer Aniston?
That was my first time, but then I went to dinner at her house after we finished the shoot. I was in LA about maybe a month later, and she very kindly invited me to her lovely house, and we had a dinner with her friends, and I still get starstruck. I mean, even looking at that then, I was like, it's me and Jennifer Aniston on the screen together, you know? Yeah. And anyway, so having dinner, and I'm playing cool, this is great, everybody's lovely. Doorbell rings, Lisa Kudrow comes in with her husband, and I'm like, OK, Rachel and Phoebe are in the room now. Stay cool, keep your hand off the mobile phone. And she says, Phoebe, Lisa, sit next to me. Oh, so embarrassing. But, you know, it's, I think it's quite nice to still have those pinch me moments, you know. Yeah. It never gets normal, this industry and this business. And, you know, for a moment, I was just sitting between Rachel and Phoebe, and they were having a chat.
You in an episode?
Wow.
Should have gone as Charles Cavendish. He'd have been fun.
Yeah, it's very fun, very enjoyable. job. We spent most of the summer in Lake Como, Portofino. Oh, it was amazing.
It's so tough, so hard.
Yeah, it's never that fun, and it's never that great, as you well know. It's never that good. So, you know, I thought, no, I'm going to do this. Yeah.
We have some pictures of you hard at work whilst filming Murder Mystery. This is Luke hard at work. This isn't an anomaly on your Instagram feed.
Well, I had a good summer.
I follow you on
else am I gonna do?
Instagram. I mean, the only word that I could use to describe your Instagram feed is... Whoa. It really...
Thank you very much.
Luke. And
I just had a great summer. That's all I'm saying.
Dude, I scroll and need to go for a cold shower after most... This is one of my faves. Oh, damn it! I forgot to pack a shirt again.
You actually you commented on that picture.
Did I?
What did he say?
You said, little cups make everything better. You're a bitch.
Yeah. Moving on. In the hunk stakes, though, watch out. I don't know whether anyone has seen... He knows what's coming. Anyone seen the big profile picture change that's on everyone's lips right now? Prepare yourselves, ladies and gentlemen, for your minds to be blown with David Walliams' new profile picture. Here it is. OMG. Wow.
Someone's inflated George Clooney.
I see that, and I think Hollywood.
It was what is
Paul Hollywood.
freaky. Someone managed, for the first time in the whole 47 years I've been in this set, someone managed to take a picture of me where I almost looked handsome. And I was so happy about it, I put it everywhere. So it's on my Instagram, it's on my Twitter, it's on my WhatsApp. I want people to see this picture of me, OK? Because it's a good one. I look hot, right?
You look hot.
Yeah.
You look really hot.
Yeah.
But I haven't used it for any dating sites.
No?
Because I've never been on a date... Because I'm single, but I've never been...
That's why?
...on a... I think, in fairness, there's lots of reasons I'm single, but thank you. But I've never been on a dating site, because I think it might be just a bit embarrassing.
Well, why don't you get
didn't
that
hold
up?
you back.
Yeah, I think get that on the dating app.
You think if
and
I put
there's
that...
a lot of women out there that now Paul Hollywood's taken, you
mock it. Women in their 80s and over love Paul Hollywood. Don't He's catnip to them.
We have a genuine, professional, high-end catwalk model on the sofa this evening. Gwendoline, Christie, you're looking at Peter.
It's definitely not me.
That was you walked at New York Fashion Week.
I did.
By the way, you absolutely slayed in this amazing dress.
Sexy sea cucumber. That's what that was.
Is your face just going, don't fall over, don't fall over, don't fall over?
There was... I was on the plane, and my friend
In
was...
that?
Yes. I was flying the plane in that. That was the plane that took me to New York. I was receiving messages from the amazing Katie Grand saying, do you want to wear this look to close the show? And I was thinking, I should probably wear something more normal. You know, I should probably try and normalise myself. And then I got there, and I saw the normal option, and then I saw this, and I thought, you can't deny who you are. You're a sexy sea cucumber.
Hell yeah! It's so cool. It's so cool. Peter, have you ever done any modelling?
I might have done. Yeah, who's laughing?
No way.
That's Abby.
Serious question. It's Abby. But in the early days, were there any photo shoots or, you know, modelling?
So have you got a picture of you?
No. No, but were there any experiences that maybe you regret?
Yeah, there was
a naive footballer.
Yeah, well, I remember joining QPR when I was 19, and I I was told by the then manager, Jerry Francis, that it would be a good idea to do a photo shoot for a certain newspaper, and I'm sat in Robin Reliant, dressed as Rodney Trotter.
Oh, no.
Brilliant.
Yeah, so it wasn't my finest moment, but I'd like to say those photos haven't haunted me, but they have.
Well, we probably don't need to show them.
Yes.
You want to see them?
I want to see it.
Brace yourselves. Here we are. Amazing.
Yeah, so I was 19 there.
That hair, do I recognise the handiwork of Mr. Luke Evans?
I've never been that good.
I'm so glad you showed those photos of Luke just before you showed that one.
And the fans, did they ever bring this up?
Oh, never. No, you know, football fans are very forgiving.
Famously.
They never brought that up. I actually had a song straight after that photo shoot. I had a song at QPR along the lines of the Only Fools and Horses theme tune. Yeah, they bought me for 60 grand, so it was no income tax, no VAT, 60 grand transfer fee. Black or white, rich or poor, Peter Crouch is gonna score. Bless me, good take.
What's the famous one about you when you're at Liverpool?
Liverpool, yeah. He's big, he's red, his feet stick out the bed. One of my favourites, actually.
There are so many. There is even a Welsh-themed Peter Crouch chant. If only we had a Welshman with a wonderful voice that could perhaps belt out. Are you up for this?
What is it?
I genuinely found a Peter Crouch song that is to the music of Bread of Heaven.
Give it here. Let's have a look.
Give it there.
Worried about the lyrics here.
No, don't worry.
Not too bad.
Shall I do it in a Welsh, really strong Welsh accent?
Yeah, it's got to be proper Welsh, really Scott.
6'7", 6'7", Crouchy scoring evermore, scoring evermore. Crouchy scoring evermore. Probably not.
I can't say I've ever heard that one, to be honest.
You just make it up for tonight.
No, I would never do that. It was on the internet. There are some others as well that are not repeatable on the BBC. I thought that was a rather charming one and a wonderful rendition.
You're welcome.
Lovely rendition.
Which brings us on to your book. That was a very delayed response.
They're laughing at the idea he's written a book.
We could read.
Get on the author here.
This is your book. No, it is a genuine. How
It's
to
the
be.
first time he's seen it. Your name's on a book, right? Don't be alarmed.
How to be a footballer.
Yeah.
That's the name of it. Presumably that is the first page. Well, you've already messed up. You've bought a book.
No. Genuinely, I've had a lot of people saying to me, so I've read it, and I'm not there. I'm like, no. It's just actually a guide how to be a footballer, you know? It's a few stories I've encountered along the way, some bit of a piss take of me at times, some mistakes I've made and a lot of mistakes that other players have made, and a bit of insight into football and the experiences I've had. I've been doing it, it's 23 years now, every single day.
Yeah.
So, you know, I've watched it come from, you know, certain place to where it is now, and it's been a great journey, yeah.
Well, it's a great read, and it's out soon in paperback. I want to talk about the greatest moment of your career. I hope you don't mind. It is, of course, when you were asked in an interview, what would you be if you weren't a footballer? And you replied...
A virgin.
That was the day the legend of Crouchy began. Has that quote followed you round?
No, yeah, it has, a lot, yeah. I
It's
mean,
the best answer to any question in any interview ever.
Well, it was just a long day, to be honest. And, it was just the first thing that came to mind, and I said it, and yeah, like 10 years or however many years later, it's people are still talking about it.
Well, you've come on from there. You're now married to the wonderful Abby. Beautiful. What's this waiter? What's his game here?
Do you know what? I've seen this picture before, and I thought it was Alex Turner from the Arctic Monkeys.
He's literally giving you the side-eye emoji. How did he nick that? No, because this is the thing that you say. The people come up to you and they just have no, like... Was there an incident with Prince Harry?
Yes, there was, yeah. No, I was playing a charity game, and he came into the dressing room and was meeting everyone, and he was really friendly to everyone. And then when I met him, he said, Crouchy. I said, yes, and he said, how did you bag Abby? And that was obviously pre-Meghan, so, you know, now I could have had to go back at him to...
And there goes Crouchy's knighthood. Peter, you do often top the lists of people's weird crushes. But I am afraid to say you did not make this game, which was sent in to me, which is the new card game Weird Crushes. 55 hunks. It's like a kind of top trumps with weird crushes. Got people like Eamon Holmes, Ed Miliband, Noel Edmonds, Alan Titsmarsh. Oh, Titsmarsh. Titsmarsh. Rated in 5 from sex appeal, charisma, style, likability, fame. You get a rating. Do you know who did, however, make the weird crushes? Mr. David Walliams. There you are.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah.
Pretty impressive. Sex appeal 5 out of 100. Out of No, it's out of 10. You have a sex appeal of 5.
Well, that's sort of neutral, isn't it?
Neutral.
It's just sort of like, there isn't one really.
Yeah, that means they rate you as having the same sex appeal as Ainsley Harriott. And 1 below Simon Cowell. You're just below Simon Cowell.
With Simon Cowell, he has a high wealth rating and a high... Or is there a fame?
His fame is 10, your fame is 6.
Yeah. But I beat him on something. What is it?
Likability. You wipe the floor with
him on likability.
Likability. Hey, it could be worse. You could be Ian Beale, who they've given 1 to across the board. Also, I mean, don't put him in there. Like, that's not even his name. He's not... Ian Beale is a fictional character. And if you're going to just give him 1s, that's not a weird crush. That's just a character assassination. His name is Adam Woodyat. And he does not have charisma 1. I've met him. It's at least a 2 or 3. Poor Adam Woodyat. Do any of you wish to admit to having a weird crush? Gwendoline?
I might have had a weird crush.
OK, pray tell.
Basil Brush.
Not what I was expecting.
It's true.
Basil Brush?
Yeah.
A fox.
Huge tail.
Yeah. Bushy. Fiery redhead.
Strong teeth.
Strong teeth. Yeah,
That's what I look for.
Does anyone in the audience have a weird crush that they would admit to? Philip Schofield. That's not a weird crush, that's just a crush. Everyone loves Pip.
You, Jack!
You? Oh. Thank you.
No, she said Hugh Jackman.
Oh, Hugh Jackman. I sometimes think I'm Hugh Jackman. OK, we come now to a very exciting part of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, David Walliams has an exclusive announcement for us. It's a big revelation.
I'm pregnant. No, I've written a children's book.
No! Who'd have thought it?
I've actually written over 20 now.
What's this week's one called?
Today, it's called The World's Worst Teachers. I've done 3 volumes of these comedy books called The World's Worst Children, and I thought it'd be fun for the kids to get their own back on the teachers. So these are 10 funny stories. I really designed it for reluctant readers, and I do get lots of parents coming up to me saying, oh, I couldn't get my son or daughter to read a book till they read one of yours. So I just want to make a book that's totally fun, full of jokes, full of pictures, and hopefully we'll get even the most reluctant reader, even someone like you, reading.
You see, I wanted to cane his book, really, give him a bit of stick for it, because he gave mine a bit of stick, but they're actually very good.
Thank you.
I'll read them to my kids, yeah.
Thank you.
We're on The World's Worst Children, too.
Are they enjoying it?
They're loving it, yeah.
Oh, thank you very much.
It's out on June the 27th in all good bookstores, and the bad ones. You can get it anywhere. You are literally the biggest children's author in the world.
In terms of volume of me, my body.
No, but you are.
There's J.K. Rowling, she's half the weight of me.
Yeah. The Ice Monster came out last year and sold 110,000 copies in 5 days. Only
one person bought all those copies. That was your mother.
No, she doesn't like those. She prefers this one. Oh, dear. Where do you get your inspiration for these books?
Well, I get a lot of ideas sitting on the toilet, actually.
No, I just... Which location? I mean...
Oh,
well,
OK, sorry.
What a ridiculous answer.
Well, the thing is...
Actually, no, let's go back. You sit on the toilet when you write them.
Well, I think sometimes just when you're doing nothing, that's when you have a really great idea, isn't it? When you're sort of doing nothing at all. But I just try and come up with ideas that would make me laugh, and I hope they will make kids laugh too. I don't think you can second-guess what kids are going to laugh at. But I have a lot of fun writing them. It's an amazing thing. I think having that and Britain's Got Talent is sort of just so big with kids.
It's your 8th year of doing the show.
8 glorious years on Britain's Got Talent.
ITV1 Saturdays at 8 p.m. It is BAFTA winning. What? It is.
Well, yes, it won a BAFTA. Yeah, I don't know what that means, but it did.
And we have a clip.
Oh, should I just explain what it is?
Nope.
No. Well, it's wonderful. We had this school come onto the show. They're just ordinary school kids and their teacher from Flake Fleet Primary School, which is outside of Blackpool.
Yeah.
And they were just ordinary kids. Started off with, like, 5 kids on stage. And they started singing Don't Stop Me Now by Queen. And then more and more kids joined over the time of the song, and they were all acting out all the sort of imagery of the song. They were acting it out. And in the end, it was like 3,000 people in the audience were on their feet all sobbing because it was the most beautiful, joyous thing they'd ever seen, including me. And I very rarely cry.
I know, you're a husk.
And then I was so moved. We have this thing on the show where we can put someone through to the live semi-finals.
Yeah.
They don't have to go through any other stages. And I gave them my golden buzzer. And I was thinking, book sales. You know, there's 50 kids on that stage. They're all going to want to sign book, aren't they?
Let's take a look at David's golden buzzer act.
Just one of the most joyous things I've ever seen. And I think you've just made all our hearts soar today. And it's what you want your childhood to have been like and what you want your children's childhood to be like, which is just full of unbridled joy. So this is what I think.
Right, it's time for music. This British rock star won the Critics' Choice Award at the Brits this year, and his much-anticipated debut album is out this summer. Here performing Hypersonic Missiles, it's Sam Fender.
Streets like balloons in the parking lot. The golden arches illuminate the business park. I eat myself to death, feed the corporate machine. I watch some movies, recite every line and scene. God bless America and all of its allies. I'm not the first to live with wool over my eyes. I am so blissfully unaware of everything. Kids in Gaza are bombed and I'm just out of it. The tensions of the world are rising higher. We'll probably do another war with all this ire. I'm not smart enough to change a thing. I have no answers, only questions. Don't you ask a thing. All across the world, the concert eating mankind, hidden in our blind side. They say I'm a nihilist, cause I can't see any decent rhyme or reason for the life of you and me. But I believe in what I'm feeling, and I'm firing for you. This world is gonna end, but till then, I'll give you everything I have. I'll give you everything I have.
That's great. Very good, man. Good to see you. That was from the new album Hypersonic Missiles, which is out on the 9th of August. Sam, last time I saw you was at the Brits.
Yeah.
It was quite late on in the show.
It was, aye.
You looked like you were having fun.
I had a great time, aye.
Do you remember much of the night?
I just remember I was the only person that you didn't completely annihilate. So I was really happy about that. Like, I sat down, I told you I was nervous, and I was like, he's gonna rip 10 bells out of his ear. And then I said, me mate Lauren's a big fan of yours. And then you went, give me a number. And that's all I remember. After that, it was a blur, so yeah.
I instantly took a like to you. I thought you were great. Also, because you'd smuggled in your own alcohol. Which I thought was such a baller move.
Take a boy out of Shields, yeah.
Yeah, amazing. And you're about to go on tour?
Yeah, well, we've just actually finished the tour, but we've got a tour at the end of the year, yeah.
You're about to continue your tour?
Yeah. They're working more hard. No, it's good. It's
and
great.
is it on this tour that you're going to be playing in Sting's Sex Castle?
Yeah. A bit before that, it's festival season. Yeah, we're going to do. We're playing the Priory Castle, which is a castle in my hometown.
Yeah.
And it's where Sting famously lost his virginity. Which it's how it all happened. Was I was doing an interview, and I heard about it.
Wow.
Hi. And I did an interview on ITV, and then basically they asked us what you're doing it in the Priory for, and I said I heard that he'd lost his virginity there, so I said we're doing it to celebrate the day Sting lost his V. And then he tweeted us. And you know what it is? I thought actually this is going to go horrendously wrong, but he took it really well, and then he came to a show in Canada and burst into me dressing room.
Oh, thank God.
Have a beer. And then you lost your virginity.
Sam, good luck with the tour and the album, and thank you very much for that great performance tonight. Sam Fender, everyone. That is nearly it, but before we go, just time for a visit to the big red chair. This is very exciting. OK, first person in the red chair. Hello.
Hello.
What's your name?
Celine.
Hello, Celine.
Hi, Jack.
What story have you got for us?
Well, this is my second visit to the Red Chair, actually.
Oh.
I was here 8 years ago.
Right.
And I told a story that I thought was really good about when I was living in France and something happened with my daughter. However, a certain guest on the sofa that night really did not like my story, and he was rather rude. He actually said, "Is that the best story she could come up with? Who does she bloody think she is?" Funnily enough, my daughter met this person at a nightclub recently.
Oh, my God, it's me.
Yes, Jack, it was you.
I sent you a message, didn't I?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
No, thank you very much. You did apologise.
I know. I'm so sorry.
OK.
Oh, that was so awkward. Oh, dear. OK, who's next?
Hi, Jack.
Oh, fuck.
Surprise! Surprise! Hi, Peter. Hi, David.
You're looking beautiful, Hilary.
Thank you, David. Jack, I thought you might like me to come on here and actually tell you what actually happened in the Isle of Wight.
OK, that's it. We really have, unfortunately, run out of time. If you'd like to have a go in the red chair yourself and tell your story, you can contact the show at this address. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, it has been an absolute ball tonight. Thank you so much for having me. I've had an amazing time. Please say a massive thank you to my guests, Sam Fender, David Walliams, Peter Crouch, Luke Evans, and Gwendoline Christie. Graham will be back next week when he'll be joined by the stars of X-Men Dark Phoenix and special musical guest Taylor Swift. I've been Jack Whitehall. Thank you very much for watching. Good night.
Hello, you telly people, you. Are you in the mood for the Olympics of Song? Well, you are in luck, as the Eurovision Song Contest 2019 is upon us. Join us live on BBC One at 8 for the grand final. Could this be the UK's year? You won't want to miss it.